working on today here is I want to make a blind, not a blind, a curtain, a welding curtain. And I came up with the idea. I was, going through Home Depot stuff yesterday, came up with what I wanted, blah, 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 figured it out, put it together test-wise kind of thing, just dry fit everything. Looks like it's going to work pretty good, so I'm actually going to go ahead and piece one together with glue and everything and go from there. So the table has a sag in it, and since I'm joining pieces together, I don't want to put the sag right into it, so I got two pieces of straight, 2x2s here, ones I had out in the shed, and I laid them on their flattest side. Okay, so let's just see if we can slap one together here. Very fast set. Oh man. Yeah, it's already set. Oh, Christ. Alright. I'm not sure if any of that showed up. It was extremely tight, and I just simply took something with a fairly square corner and I just went bam. Just about like that. 3 different spots. That was enough to break it loose. 1, it's jarring. 2, it's breaking the seal because it's dimpling it just a little bit. And the mass is, pushing. Once it bites in, it's actually trying to untwist it there a little bit. So now it opens up easy. Yeah, it does have a ball in it. I wasn't quite sure it would. And I really don't know squat about this, so basically just put it together and give it a little twist. Now, yeah, that is pretty fast setting. I'm going to have to modify my technique a bit as to how I glue that together. So, so that won't really matter. Put that one on. Doesn't matter. And if I put that one on, should be able to get it fairly close. I won't try to do more than one joint at a time here. These I will do 2 joints at a time, because it's just going to go right on there and in there. Okay, what I'm working with here is these are all, in case I don't put up the other part of the video that I did first, these are all pre-cut 2-foot pieces, 3/4 inch Schedule 40 pipe, PVC, okay, with just T's and elbows, okay, and I'm making a framework and I'm going to make 3 of them, and then I came up with this hinge idea here, so I just have to be able to get this together and keep it fairly straight, so that I don't end up with some big ass twist in it. Okay, well, actually, I could do those like that. That would keep that square enough, wouldn't it? Whoops, wrong one. Okay, that one's done. So let's do the matching one. Oh. Pretty close. Stuff smells good. That was a messy baby too. Since I'm not worried about holding water or extreme strength or anything like that, you know, that's why I'm really not too worried about exactly how well I put this stuff on. I basically just want it on there so I can glue the things together. You know, there's one done and set up fast enough that I can set it off to the side and do another one. Part of the reason I wanted to use PVC too is I don't have to paint it. Push come to shove, I can throw it outside against the house, against the shed, not take up any storage room anywhere, and not have to worry about it, you know, rusting and all that kind of garbage. So lots of win for the PVC here. So. Oh, I spilled it on my hands and they turned all blue. They're #1 conduit hanger with speed thread. Okay, Home Depot. They weren't much. I don't remember how much they were. I'll have to. So anyway, they have the screw in there, and basically what I've done is I've taken the screws out. Okay, and then I used a little 1/4-20 nut and bolt here, and I'm putting the two together, okay, and I'm trying to keep it to where the heads are on the same side here, so if I need to tighten either of the screws, you know, to make the clamp tighter, I don't have to go from one side to the other side, okay, and basically it just pops on. Wow, you can't see anything in here. I'm zoomed in a bit too much. Okay, so basically it pops on there, and then another piece of you know, the other one, you know, it'll pop onto a vertical here. And I could tighten one down tight and not have to worry about it sliding up and down. We'll see when it goes together and how it folds and stuff like that as to whether or not I want to leave them, slightly loose or what. So I'm going to spread that one a little bit. I don't know how well this will work. Not bad. And then it's just a matter of squeeze it back down and pop it on, and then you know, put the screw back in. meant for that to happen. It's actually written in the script. Alright, I think we're done hardware-wise. I already showed it, this one in first, that one closing. Now that I've put the other spacer on here, it should go that way as well. Yep, a little bit of play in there. Man, that's perfect. That is so friggin' awesome. Okay. Pull it over a little bit here to get a little bit better floor. You know, I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about how well these things place. You know, like I said, you know, I may crank the ones down that hold this. You know, the inside half of the hinge here. I may crank those down and pin them, and then I don't have to worry about it doing this. Okay. I don't know that that's going to be a huge issue anyway. So let's see if it'll do what I want it to do. Alright, I picked up a 4x6, and that wasn't really big enough because it's not a full 6 feet. It also says grommets approximately every 12 inches. Not even close. 22 inches. 2 inches shy of 2 feet. So, not sure how they figured that's approximately 12 inches. Anyway, with the 20% coupon, I think this was about 25 bucks, maybe less. Yeah, I think this is all I bought this morning. It was like $18, $19. Anyway, it's fiberglass instead of the other kind I have, which is the hemp or canvas or whatever, is a really heavy canvas. So these are lighter, a lot more flexible. We'll see how much better they work. Oh, and to hold them on, at least for now, I basically bought 10 of these spring clamps. They're 99 cents a piece at Home Depot. They're 2-inch spring clamps, if that matters. 6x8. So the plan is that the 6 foot I'm going to use for the vertical, and the 8 foot I'm going to use for the width. Because each one of these is 2 feet, 24 inches, but there's at least an inch added here from the coupling, and there's another 1.25 inches added in the gap here. So even if this blanket were 6 feet, I'd still be coming up short. So if that's 12 inches, I got a couple more jokes for you. Okay. It looks like okay, well, there's 5 rivets on the 8 foot side. Now, of course, most of you won't have as much of a challenge with this part of it. Suppose I could get a step stool of some kind. Oh. And actually, if you do that, you can slide it back and forth a little bit. Oh, man. Okay. Ow. Bad enough being short, but trying to fake being tall hurts twice as much. Oh. I'm liking that. I thought 10 was going to be way too many, but I figured, hey, I could use them around wherever else, but 10 looks like a perfect number. Alright, so by loosening those up a little bit more, you know, you could fold it backwards and stuff like that, but I'm kind of curious. These, ooh, if I move those to the back side here, now this one doesn't necessarily have to be, but I'll do it anyway. I like that. Tuck it off to the side, and then when you want to weld, just bring it out. Okay, I'll pan down to the bottom. There we go. That's not bad, huh? Gives you a little bit of draft under there, breeze. It's not, you know, whatever. You know, you could probably adjust the top there a little bit and hang it down. You could put it up with wire ties. And I've been trying to kind of avoid, I bought wire ties to do it, and I was just gonna, you know, like poke right through the fiberglass and catch that bar. You know, maybe do them in here too, just to make it to where I could fold it up easier and stuff like that. But it seems to me the clamps are gonna work fine. And I guess if I'm gonna chat, I might as well put my head back in the picture. Since it folds up fine like this, I could actually use this frame for something else. You know, like a paint rack. You know, I could actually stand it out and hook a few things on it on the different levels. You know, small parts kind of thing. You know, hook them on that level, and rattle can them and that stuff, and not affect the usability of the frame at all. You know, and it can also be put in a Z. You know. Got to play with the blanket a little bit more, maybe loosen it up, stuff like that. But, you know, if you only wanted 2 sections, that one could get folded around the back. But let me show you what originally got this going and had me thinking about this. I got the this Harbor Freight welding table, 80 bucks. Look at that. I mean, I could weld right up against my equipment, be it the mill or the lathe or whatever, you know, right over by the bench. I could just set up and be able to weld some stuff and not worry about all the sparks and the splatter and having to cover all that stuff up. And then as soon as I'm done, this thing folds down, undo the things and flip it, becomes vertical, lean it up, take it out to the shop, whatever. Same thing, fold that up, lean it up. This stuff probably won't reside in the shop much, but I think I'm going to like that. I think I'm going to like that a lot. Just call it a win, maybe. You know, and you can see how close you can get them there. Oh, not quite touching. Oh, that almost touched. For a married guy, that's probably not something to brag about. Oh, I'll be recording. Not quite sure why.